SB.
Hi, Sean.
I talked to you yesterday.
Good. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
A great host. Joe is ready to listen to his show.
Absolutely, 95.5.
One mic.
Hey, Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. We are going to midnight. You can go to WSBRadio.com/election, and you can follow the results of our polls have closed in Georgia. Obviously, nothing's dropped as yet, but I am following the results, and you can also at WSBRadio.com/election. And you'll have all the races right there, and the numbers will be coming in. Polls have closed in Kentucky. Yes, I'm paying attention to that. I'm sure many of you are also. Massey is down. 13% of the votes are in, 57-43. It doesn't look good for my guy. And I got to be honest with you guys. I want to start here. I'll be updating all the races all night long. I'm here till midnight, right? And 13% of the votes in Kentucky. Polls closed at 6 o'clock Eastern, and Massey's down by about 2,300 votes with about 13% in. So we'll keep an eye on that, but it's not looking good so far. But I want to talk to you kind of just about other stuff really quick. Not other stuff, but just something else. It's about the elections. But I was driving around today, and I was nervous. Now, I'm not running for office, but there are so many people that I know who are running for office. Some of them I endorse, but I know a lot of these candidates. I know every single one of the lieutenant governor candidates. I know every single one of the gubernatorial candidates. I endorsed one, Burt Jones, but I know them all the way down the ballot. I know many of the Democrats as well. I'm that kind of guy. I know a lot of these people. Been out and about with them, socialized with them, hung out, you know what I mean? And so I know them. And today I was nervous. And I was nervous not for myself, but I was nervous for these folks. You think about this. These people, many of them, I'm not talking about the guys that have never run for office before. I'm talking about the people who've built a career in politics. They started out maybe as a county commissioner, or a local elected official, moved on to a state rep, then maybe a state senator, whatever, moved up to lieutenant, whatever it is. But they've plotted out a political career, and they've done everything right at every stop. And now, today, in about an hour or so, it may all come to a screeching halt. And I thought about that, and I was like, wow, we're looking at careers that may end tonight. Through no fault of their own, by the way. Right? This is the game. You build a career. You build a career, and you build a career to be able to run for higher office. You run for a higher office, you win, or you may lose. And then I started thinking about the people who put money into their races. They borrowed money from their own accounts. They say, I believe in myself so much, I'm going to bet on myself. And then they ran for office. Some of these people, their careers may be over in politics. Now, they may run again at some next election or for another seat or something. I don't know. But for right now, in about an hour, some of these people's political careers may be over. And all because they took that step. And that's what I want to talk about. Tonight, I want you all to recognize you may have voted, I may have voted for people that may not go forward in a runoff or otherwise. But they're not losers. They took that step. And for all day I was thinking about this. I was like, man, I'm nervous for these people. But they took the step. They gambled on themselves. Many of them funded themselves and gambled on themselves. And you can't really see that as a loss. No matter what it is that you do, you can't see it as a loss if you say, I want to run from state senate to lieutenant governor or lieutenant governor to governor or attorney general to governor, whatever it is, Congress to Senate. I'm going to take the next step, and I'm going to bet on myself, and I'm going to traverse the state or the district or whatever it is, and I'm going to run for office. That person's not a loser. That person's actually a winner. Why? Because they took that step. A step that many of us may never take. Many of us don't even take in our own personal lives. There's a job opening. The company says, hey, we have an opening for a manager. And many of us don't even apply. Oh, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to take that chance. These guys took a chance where it could end their careers. So I say this to everybody listening. If you're a candidate, if you're a supporter of a candidate, no matter who you are, understand this. The people tonight who are running for office who may not go on to the next round, either it's a runoff or the general, whatever it is, this may be the end tonight. Understand this. You are not in any way, shape, or form a loser. You won because you took the step. You stepped out there and you bet on yourself, and you can never, ever lose when you bet on yourself. I've had some things happen in my career where I had to take a step back to move 3 steps forward. But if you take that first step, you're always a winner. You're always a winner. And we'll see how the numbers come out tonight. We'll see who's in a runoff. I'll have people calling in all night if they're in runoffs or win or whatever. We have reporters out at the watch party. So we're here till midnight. We're covering everything, ladies and gentlemen, right here. You can go to WSBRadio.com/election. But I really want everyone to understand that if your preferred candidate somehow doesn't move forward, understand this. You, them, the volunteers, the people who worked on that campaign, everybody took a step forward, and they gambled on themselves. And that's to be commended by all of us, no matter who it is. Democrat, Republican, Independent, doesn't matter. No matter who it is, everyone took a step forward, and that's all that life's about, taking that next step. So God bless you all. We'll see how it plays out today in Georgia. But I'm just here to tell you, if no one else tells you, all of you are winners. Why? Because you stepped out there and you bet on yourselves. You can't be judged as a loser if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out. 448-720-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. We'll be updating Kentucky, Georgia, everything all night long till 12 midnight. When we come back, I want to talk about polling locations having issues today. Oh, man. And you know what? Everyone's a victim, whether it was an African-American Democrat location or a conservative location. Everybody's like, they're out to get me. That's next on the Shelley Winter Show. We'll be right back.